All right, guys, let's get going. We have a card review to do, and we don't have much time. There's a lot of cards to talk about, some spicy stuff, too. We'll get Rev in here and hopefully get it done quick. Excuses, Rev. Always late, man. Always late. So,
dude, I was out exercising.
oh, wow. That's
You're like, Rev, we have to play.
Well, I was going to play, but what was I going to say? Card review is probably better because we're going to fall way, way behind. It looks like they're not doing like streamer stuff. They're just like revealing it, which is kind of better.
Yeah, well, it seems like they're just dumping all the neutrals.
Oh, maybe
is what it looks like.
Or maybe
yeah, they usually don't do a bunch of reveals on weekends.
Oh, okay. They haven't even set the date yet. So you think it maybe early April, like the
Probably
first
early April, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't usually dump this many cards. Oh, so do we start with the new neutral legendary card, way at the bottom, the audio engineer, or all right? Click on him.
Positive, yeah.
So let's look at the details. All right. Oh, so he has a token. So he is 4 mana, 5/4. Okay, so attack's really high for the cost. Okay, so battle. I don't know. It's weird when you ever have a 4 mana, 5/4. It just seems like it's not as good as like a 4 mana, 4/4 or 3/4. It's just weird how the higher attack, low HP makes it look like a weak minion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is low HP. But anyways, battle cry. Add 2 3/3 bots to your opponent's hands. Death roll to summon them for. Ooh, very interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, the idea with this is it's kind of like a high tempo card.
Yeah, it is.
Like your opponent kind of doesn't want to kill it.
He doesn't want to kill it.
Or they want to play the bots before they get summoned.
Yeah, I like this a lot because it requires them to make a decision. Almost like Master Mold for kind of for what's it called? Marvel Snack. So for he adds there, and it's just because you want to prevent your opponent from drawing, which you can do here too, in theory, right? Especially if it's a slower control deck that has a wide hand. Against aggro, this card's not so great, right? Well, they might respect it because five damage is a lot, but aggro, I'm like, oh, okay, you just gave me 2 3/3s. Okay, I'll take them. I mean, obviously, it might not be optimal. So against aggro, it's probably not that great, but against slow decks, control decks that tend to have 8 to 9 cards in hand, yeah, this, and by the way, this will definitely see play with mill rogues and mill. I don't know if mill druids.
I think trying to mill your opponent with this is bait. This is a tempo card.
You think? Okay, right. So definitely going to be for rogue.
It's the card you play on curve, and it makes your opponent make awkward decisions.
And I like that.
They're going to spend their mana awkwardly to try to get the bots out of their hand. Or they're going to have to kill it and go through multiple bodies and be annoyed.
Yeah,
that's what this is.
This guy says
if you use it later as part of some grand combo, like there's so much better you could be doing, right?
Yeah, this guy says way better than most people realize. If you're pressuring early enough, your opponent will never have time to waste 6 mana on 2 useless 3/3. Yeah, that's true. And if he removes... Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. All right, so that's a decent card. I like it. What do you think is going to... Rogue's definitely going to utilize. Who else? Maybe an aggressive deck? Yeah, aggressive decks probably might be interested in it. Because it's... it'd be interesting. Yeah. Also, next up...
Could be a decent paladin card.
We got... what is it here? No more finale card. Oh, yeah, it is finale card. Okay, so here, this one's an interesting one, this turtle. So it's a 3 mana, 2/5, so decent stats, a little low on attack, so it's not going to get great trades, but it has a good amount of health. Festival security taunt. And if you play the finale is force all enemy minions to attack. That's kind of good. It might be some removal, depends, like against aggressive decks, they might have low health minions, so you could probably potentially clear the board. So that's actually pretty good. I don't know if it's good enough for standard, though, is it? I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I would say probably not.
Well, Priest could do stuff with by buffing it up. You know that, right?
Like, Priest doesn't have a whole lot of hand buffing.
Yeah. Paladin might do some wonders with this, but yeah. I mean, I like its effect,
like
but
2/5 stat line's a little like.
Yeah, if it was
a little
3,
fair,
yeah,
right?
3 would
a lot
be
of
better.
it's not going to be killing things that it trades into.
Yeah, it's probably not that good. It would be interesting. Maybe good for arena, but if it's some kind of hand buff or some buffing, it might be decent. All right, 3 mana, 3/4 base stats. This Worgen Roadie. So battle cry: summon a 0/3 instrument case for your opponent. Break it for a random. The only thing about this, this might be really good for arena because arena, you don't hardly ever get like what's it called? An arena's all about the board, so this might probably be much better in arena than it would be in standard. But the problem is you're putting at least 3 damage into something that's RNG. Now most weapons are good though, so you have to keep that in mind, right? So that there is that.
I think this is painfully mediocre.
Yeah,
because like you have to play a 3 mana 3/4 with no immediate effect for your board, right? And then you have to kill the thing on your opponent's board, which might be easy, but they might have a taunt. They might have something else that you need to kill that's more pressing.
Yeah,
right? And then you get the random weapon in your hand, right? Which may or may not be good, but you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like this card, if it equipped the weapon right away,
then it would be good. Oh yeah, it would be. Then it'd be well worth it.
It'd be like, then you wouldn't care. Like if you got like a 1 or 2 mana weapon, you'd be like,
oh yeah. And if you
kick your opponent's teeth in,
or arcane, was it Arcanite Reaper? Well, imagine getting that. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. It could be really, really good if it did that. Kind of weird though. It's kind of like
it's just like, where's the advantage?
The only thing is though is maybe in some weird meta or combo where if you start filling up your board, like Bran, filling up your board so your opponent can't play cards. There is that. So I could see some shenanigans with it, but I think you're right.
I think the more likely tech scenario, if we're talking about niche stuff, is like giving Priest junk so they can.
Yeah. But I still like the flavor of this new expansion. I really, really like it, but I don't know if this will see play. Probably be better.
Cool, yeah, this is not it.
Yeah, probably arena might be a little good because arena is all about value and trading. So maybe this will be a decent arena card, but for standard, maybe wild shenanigans. You can fill up a person's board with 4 of them or something and limit it. But yeah, you're right. That's pretty niche, and who knows if it'll be competitive. But hey, you never know. Wild's a lot more versatile than standard. So, look at this Pyro Technician here. 4 mana, 2/5. So decent health, low attack. Unfortunately, after you cast a spell, add a random fire spell to your hand. Okay, this though spells. I don't know if Warrior would do it. Warrior has fire spell now. So does Shaman. So does Warlock. I don't think Warlock does it. Oh yeah, it does. It has fire spells as well. So Warlock, Shaman, of course, Mage. All could take advantage of this. It might be good, yeah, especially if you have cheap spells, which Mage has. But a lot of their cheap fire spells are rotating, right?
Yeah.
So if this was in now, it'd probably see decent amount of play. But we'll have to see the rest of the set to see if there's enough support for. On paper, though, do you think?
I think it's pretty. I mean, it is unlimited spell generation.
And it has a lot of health, so that means it's going to take
four costs is a lot of overhead.
Yeah.
Right. Like if this was like a 1 or 2 mana minion that you could weave into a turn, get a few spells, then call it a day.
Yeah, right? I agree.
But there's a lot of overhead on this effect, right? Like compare this to Spite Lash Siren, right? Before that got nerfed. Like that was an effect that you could actually build around.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And this is not.
I think you're right. All right, so here's the token then. No, screw that. All right,
the thing with Hearthstone, right, is like we only play like 10 or 15% of the cards in any given set.
Correct.
Because that's how stiff the competition is. So it's pretty easy to identify like a bad card.
Yeah, exactly.
It's harder to identify like, okay, what's the creme de la creme?
Yeah. Some people talk about the high roll potential where the Worgen Roadie is disgusting. Even the low roll's not that bad. Yeah, that's the thing. Weapons are good.
Yeah, but
so
you still have to pay for it. So unless you're talking about like getting a weapon that's like somehow way above the curve but hasn't been nerfed.
Yeah, and this is they edited it.
Pay for it. That's the deal breaker.
And then they edited their comment 3 seconds there. Never mind. Should have read the instrument case. I thought you equipped. Yeah, they thought it equipped. So if equipped, it'd be real strong. That'd be real strong. I mean, shit, a lot of classes could use it. All right, so let's go up here. Neutral. This is a audio amplifier. So let's see what this is about. 2 mana, 2 3. Okay, generic standard. Okay, battle cry. Set your maximum mana and hand size. Wow. Okay. So this answers. You remember how they were saying that Druid's going to have more? So this means Druid's probably not going to have any other. Well, we don't know, but this is going to be in Druid decks, obviously. Wow, and actually probably Warlock control decks are going to like this too, right? That's so huge.
The only thing, right, is it sets your maximum mana and hand to 11. It doesn't increase them by 1, right? So do you play 2 of these for consistency, or do you just play one and hope you draw it?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's a good card.
You don't. It's not like you go up to 12 if you play the second one.
So is this going to be how Druids get to 11 mana? Then I kind of like it. And I kind of don't, because I thought we had to wait to the Druid cards. I was hoping that the Druid class cards were going to have it. Because I don't like neutral, because then it's not so special, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, this is pretty niche, I think, for combo decks.
Yeah.
Because I don't think like a regular ramp Druid has any big reason to go up to, what do they need 11 mana for?
Yeah. Well, they do have the Death Beetle, which is actually pretty good. So actually, Death Beetle is pretty decent right now. So that taunt, 11 mana, you gain +4/+4 in charge. So that's a little OTK potential. So yeah, this is why Death Beetle. Yeah. So everyone's seeing that they were all worried about Guff. So all right, we'll see. Druid's probably going to be interested for that card. But anyways, here's some totems, it looks like. All right. Metronome. Okay, I like that. 3 mana, 2/4. Okay, good stats. After you play a 1-cost card, draw a 2-cost card. Then increase. Wow. Okay, but how long is this? This is like a soft taunt. People aren't going to let you... Yeah, this is like that totem that... What was that spell totem that Shaman had, right? Where you cost a 0. Yeah, and that saw play. So this is definitely going to... This is definitely going to see play. Multiple classes. Rogue, Druid, maybe. Yeah, this is a soft taunt.
The only thing with that, right, is Spirit of the Frog was a lot more flexible.
Yeah.
Because you could start on any... Remember, if you played a 2-cost spell, you'd get a 3, or if you played a 5, you'd get a 6.
Yeah.
Right, so you could start with Spirit of the Frog on any mana cost.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And build your deck accordingly, right? And also it had stealth, so you could play it on whatever turn before you were going to pop off.
Yeah.
And use it as your draw engine. This is going to be tough, right? Because...
What if you don't have any one cost?
Yeah, you're going to build your deck a certain way, and then if you don't hit your couple of 1-drops, then you're like sitting there.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I think this is actually like kind of
You don't like it?
Yeah, I think this is a little too specific.
Ooh, look at this. 3 mana, 5/6. Amazing cool, stats. At the start of each turn, lose 1 attack or health randomly. Okay, that's interesting. Now, Silence Priest could do a lot with this, by the way. There's like Silent Priest support. Yeah, if they silence this is a pretty deadly minion. Could do a lot of good trades. Most likely just go face, get buffed. Yeah, this is gonna... I could see shenanigans with Priest. Who else will mess around with this, you think? Anyone that can buff it will want to buff it so it could last longer, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean... It's at the start of each turn, so it's your turn and your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
So by the time you get to attack with it, it's like a 4/5 or a 5/4 or something.
Interesting.
And then it trades once, and then it might kill itself. So I don't know. I don't know. it's kind of. I think it's kind of sus. Sometimes you lose double attack and it can't kill anything. Like, Interesting though.
Yeah, it is interesting. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, look at this. And I like one of these guys again. Okay, 10 mana, 6/12. Really good health. Attack's really, really low. Taunt. It has taunt, so there's that. So it's probably a really good arena card. Death Rattle. Deal 3 damage to all other minions. So it has a nice Death Rattle. Has a lot of beat. This is probably going to be really decent in arena. Because people... Yeah, that's a lot. Silence isn't there. Extremely rare. You get spells. Yeah, this is a beefy boy. It's really good for arena. But what about standard, though? If you buff that shit, though, with Priest, probably do some shenanigans with it.
Probably too slow unless there's some way to cheat it out. I mean, it is kind of like a 9/12 if your opponent's having to trade into it.
Yeah.
So there's that. But yeah, outside of cheating this out, I don't...
Yeah. This is a decent
really
arena card.
We don't really play like big dumb stat idiots unless we can cheat them out.
Yeah, and this is good for like arena, like I said. But standard, we'll see. Oh, stereo totem. It's neutral. At the end of your turn, give a random minion in your hand +2. That's actually pretty strong for neutral. Usually shamans get these kind of strong cards. I mean, I don't know if people are going to play this, though. It's a soft taunt, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's not bad, but I don't know if it's good enough, right?
Yeah. There is kind of that, like, some of that menagerie synergy they've shown up. So, like, maybe some decks just play this just because they need a totem or two. But it is kind of slow. I mean, sometimes you'll play it and your opponent's just doesn't have removal and it'll, get a bunch of value, but probably not.
Yeah. Ooh, what's this here?
I guess what's worth noting too is like this is going to be the rotation, so
yeah, that's true.
On some of these, but...
True. This is frequency guy here. This is a 1 mana 2/1 battle card. Your next mech will cost 1 less. Okay, that's good. These type of things reductions will always seen play. But
would already see play in Wild probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the Paladin mech decks get some really explosive starts as it is.
Yeah. And mechs
being able to like magnetize their already cheap mechs.
Yep, Wild will love that. Standard, we'll have to see if there's enough mech support. Right now there is with Paladin, but rotation time. Oh, neutral legendary. Let's see this. Tony, King of Piracy. Ha! All right, so he's a pirate. 5 mana, 4/6, decent stats. Wow. Okay, so both players' decks are swapped, and the finale is draw. Okay, yeah, this is see him play, dude. What was that other card that even Gecko says this is going to see play? What was that other card? Because literally,
Hogwaggle.
Yeah, literally, and there's no way for you to get it back. Literally,
well, this is not a battle cry.
Oh, so when you kill it?
So if you kill Tony, then the decks swap back.
Oh! Well, Priest could def...
Yeah, if this was a battle cry, it would just be like way stronger than Togwaggle.
It would be, because then guess what? You would just literally... Well, you would have to risk it, though. I literally build a deck of complete and utter junk and hope to get this on curve or coin it out. Yeah, but
I think the play with this is you play it in some kind of like value rogue deck.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, either you play it in some value rogue deck and you try to like swap decks, and then when you're like empty, and then draw a bunch of cards from your opponent before they can kill it or something like that.
It's interesting. It's gonna be...
it's like a little memey, but it's probably not out of the realm of possibility.
Oh wow! Look at these.
Right. You could see a rogue deck that's...
Oh yeah. Matter of fact,
they slammed us down on the last turn, and and then they draw like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of your cards. You kill it, and then they've just got like a resource.
Someone's talking about abuses in Wild. Okay, so unstable element. Draw the rest of your deck. Explore. Angara, oh, that's for warrior, and then steam cleaner. Yeah, steam cleaner. Wow, a little niche though. You gotta have a lot of combos in hand for it. But yeah, you can F and mess with your opponent where steam cleaner just removes their deck if you have enough late game mana for it. Druids could do some shenanigans. Yeah, and hand could. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff with steam cleaner. Might see some. Yeah, we forgot about steam cleaner. He's staying in standard too. So. Yeah, or is he rotating? I forget. Whatever. Yeah, there's definitely some shenanigans in Wild. I think it's going to be... Oh, yeah, he's going to be banned in Wild. You watch how much you want to bet. 2 more Naggies here. All right, merch seller. I think this was a good 4 mana, 3/5 decent stats. At the end of your turn, put a random spell on the top of your opponent. Whoa! This is very, very good for disruption, which means... that they're not drawing their cards. God, is it me or this Marvel Snap kind of... Like, what's her name? Black Widow. Except for this is better than Black Widow if you don't deal with it. The only thing is spells could be really good or spells could be... Eh. So it depends. I mean, I don't know how they're high... this is extremely much weaker in... Hold on. In Wild than it is Standard because Wild has a lot more spells. Hold on. Come on, hurry up. Get in. This is a good card, though. You don't agree?
I mean, I think there has to be better disruption we can play than this.
Ah,
right?
but dude, this denies card draw, though.
About, like, what's rotating and what isn't, but...
This denies card draw, though. I mean, at Snap, it's extremely powerful because Snap's only 6 turns, set mana cards. But in Hearthstone, maybe you're right, but this still disrupts. And if they can't get rid of it, there's a couple turns maybe where they can't draw their card. Like control decks, this hurts big time because control need their cards on to answer board threats. Aggro is probably a hurt aggro too. It's not bad, by the way. This is probably very dominant in Arena, by the way. Arena's
the majority of spells are just removal, anyways.
Maybe you're right. We'll see.
So
I like it.
What you get from this is probably more consistent than you would think.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's Wild will be a little bit more inconsistent. All right, here we go. 2, 2, 3 mana. But outfit Taylor. Okay, so it's battle card. Give a friendly minion attack and health equal to this minion. Okay, I don't know. Is it really worth? Now, obviously, if this is a hand buff card, right? So if you really buff it up, it's really strong. But
yeah, I think this is pretty spicy.
Yeah, it is, but I don't know if it's good enough. Like, it might be.
It's like I think it's decent enough on curve if you have something to hit. But also, like you said, the hand buff synergy.
It'd probably be better in Wild, maybe.
I think this is one of the better neutrals that they've shown so far.
All right,
it's got a decent proactive effect.
That's it. Let's see what people say.
It's not like let me do something and then hope that this other thing pans out.
Oh, here we go. A hand buff.
Like play stats on curve, get them. You know.
Yeah. Oh, they're saying this outfitter with the hand buff DK. Then you lose your hair power. Yeah, plus 10 attack minion. Ooh, yeah, that's actually true. With the DK with hand buff, which DKs do, a blood DK can hand buff pretty damn good. And your hero power with this, that's actually like literally plus 10 attack to face. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah, there's some potential.
It does die though.
True, but it's probably you would finish for like a OTK type thing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
all right,
spicy,
so we go to the new one, right? Newer articles. Let's do this. Let's go all the way down. Wow, there's a lot of... Okay, so... this one was interesting. I wanted to see what you think. The only problem with this... this one's good. All right, so it's a 2-mana, 1/2 draw weapon. Battlecry, instrument tech. Is it good enough for Warrior? It draws a card and... it tutors, so meaning it draws a Pacific card, but it's a little weak, right?
Yeah, it feels a little weak.
Yeah, we'll see. It's not bad.
Yeah, I would like this as like a 1/1.
Yeah, tutors are always have potential, especially in a set where classes get instruments. Yeah, so we have to keep that in mind. We'll see. It's not bad, obviously, but we'll see if it's good enough.
Yeah, maybe one or two classes really want their instrument.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The unpopular has been. I love the name. To get an ad blocker. All right, so 6 mana, 5/5, Death Rattle. Summon a random 5 cost minion from the past. Ooh. So that means all the wild 5 drops, which is a huge amount.
Yep.
Interesting.
Including Lotheb and minions that are not as good as Lotheb.
Well, Lotheb is only good because it was Battlecry, right? So, too bad it's not on reveal. Like, they should change Battlecry to on reveal. Oh, God, that would change Hearthstone so much. Because then when you...
the game's kind of balanced around, like, random summons and evolves.
Yeah, like, imagine, Rev.
Completely ending the game.
Yeah. And probably people will be upset. All right, so here is a 4 mana 3/3 Battlecry. Transform into a 3/3 copy of a minion. Ooh, combo oriented, discount oriented. It'll probably see play definitely in Wild, because Wild has so many different, like Lady Anaconda to name one. Tons of so this will probably, I don't know about standard. We have to wait the rest of the set though, but it definitely has potential. And it's a minion. It could be your opponent's minion too. It could be they have brand on the there's a lot of stuff you could do with this. Great. Mm-hmm. 1 less mana, enabling you to more iconic, idiotic combo. Yeah. Yeah, people already say the salty, dude. Yeah, this is definitely going to see play.
It's hard to imagine this not just being like the new Kobold.
Yeah, it's going to be stupid. All right, here's some Cowboy solo. This 3 mana 4/2 Battlecry. If you control no other minions, deal 2. A lot of no control. It's good if you have an empty board, but I don't know if it's good enough for C play. Do you agree?
I mean, stuff like this traditionally sees play, like Fire Plume Phoenix and Flanking Strike, stuff like, the kill a dude and put a dude on the board that traditionally sees play. I don't know with this limitation, though.
Yeah, it seems a little... I don't think it would be
like
good.
Use play, but yeah, it's a little...
Yeah, I think you could have better cards. 3 spots tend to be competitive.
This kind of stuff's usually at like 4 mana.
Yeah.
But you have more control over it, like Flanking Strike, Restless Mummy.
You're right.
Fire Plume. You get a discount on this, but the condition,
All right, but this one's an interesting one. 2 mana, 2/3 rush. So it has rush, which is good early game, and the final thing is gain lifesteal. Wow. Okay, that's actually good. So you play it on curve, you're definitely guaranteed lifesteal.
But do you need lifesteal on 2, Mel?
Not usually, but would you ever play this later on, though? It's kind of weak. But it's good to contest early boards. I think it's a good card without worrying about your big payoff.
It's usable.
Yeah, definitely contender for... we'll see, because, lifesteal on turn 2 is usually not an issue, but contest against aggro, contest against paladins, and all that kind of stuff. Here's Ericatars. That's funny. 1 mana, 1/1. Battlecry. Increase your weapons durability +1. The issue is, you're never going to play this on turn 1 unless you're desperate against an aggressive deck. You're never, unless you have a coin. If you have a coin, a weapon in this, okay, yeah, great. That's a lot of what ifs. And then later in the game, are you really going to play this? Nah, it's not going to see play.
I mean, it is easy to weave in alongside whatever else you're doing.
Maybe.
But maybe it depends on, like, how premium that durability is. Like, how good these... I mean, like, we've only, I think, seen the rogue weapon, and it looks pretty crazy, so maybe.
Yep. This guy says Audio Medic is a stupidly good in buff decks. New Crab Rider, pretty much. But a reactive one. Yeah, it's going to be a good card, especially if you buff it. Priests are going to love it. The flavor of these cards is out of control, and I love it. Yeah, I agree. The hair guitar is pretty nice with Legendary Hunter weapon. Ooh.
See, the priest buff comment is kind of stupid because, you get the lifesteal on the finale effect.
Yeah, the finale.
So by definition, you like can't buff it.
True.
Unless you don't care about the lifesteal on that.
Correct.
On that turn.
The finale. Yeah, the finale is going to be interesting. It's a good finale, but I don't think you're right. Turn 2, you're not going to need the finale most of the time, but you're most likely always going to get it. So that's good. All right, here. Murloc. So let's look at this. Crowd surfer. Oh, that's so funny. Crowd surfer. And it is. Okay, so 1 mana, 1/1. All right. Death Rattle. Give any other minion +1/+1. And this. Ooh, it's a gift that keeps on giving. That's actually not bad. I like this card.
Is Death Rattle can go to your opponent's minions too.
Oh, whoa. Oh, you're right.
That's why it's any in caps.
Okay, well.
Yes,
I mean, you obviously can control that. It would it encourages trading, but yeah, you're right. Here are some interesting cards. So let's do this guy, this Mosher here. 8 mana, 3/10. Okay, Health is really good for 8 mana. Attack is extremely bad. Rush, okay, how's that? After this attack, gain +1 attack and attack a random enemy minion. Well, so
this keeps going until
it's killed.
Until it's dead or all your opponent's stuff is dead.
Interesting. There was another card kind of like this before with some ogre, right, or something. What do you think about it? It's a little bit low though. By 8,
it's a little low on attack to be getting good trades.
We'll see. I like it, but we'll see. Maybe Arena it's going to be real strong. All right, what's this here? 4 mana, 3/3 horrible. Divine. Okay, so Divine Shield, and it has a finale. Finale. Give adjacent.
Power creeping Silvermoon Guardian. Oh no.
Silvermoon Guardian saw play, didn't? This is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad, actually. Yeah, I like it. Definitely Paladin and other classes. You put some defensive class, some taunts. Like Druid has those free 4/6 taunts. You could put Divine Shield in there. Helps against aggro. Yeah. I could see even Druid messing around with this with their because if you get the armor, you get those free taunts. You put this in the middle. That's a shit ton of tempo protection. Yeah, I like it. All right. I don't know if Druids will be way interested, but because Druids are always weak against Rampish type Druids are always weak against aggro. So we're going to see. Yeah, definitely could get some use. What is this? 4 mana, 2/6. Ooh, really good health, really bad attack. Obsessed Fan. So Battlecry, choose a minion. It has stealth. Why this is whoa, okay. So that means this is a major soft taunt that has a decent amount of health that's going to take a couple trades most likely, or a spell or two to go into it. Yeah, that's pretty powerful, especially if you stealth a very powerful, like Brand. Ooh, imagine that, dude. But it's a little niche, though. I think rogues will probably be really interested in this, but what about anyone else?
Yeah, it's... Yeah, it feels pretty niche, doesn't it?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. All right. 3 mana, 1/5. Ooh, wow. Really good health, really bad attack. But let's look at here. Rowdy Fan. Love the art. All right, Battlecry. Choose a minion. It has 4/4 attack while this is alive. Okay. Interesting. Aggressive druids, aggro druids might be very...
You get to make some nice...
Yeah. Aggressive decks will like this. Even some maybe Rin range to get, like you said, get some good trades. Go face. And it has a lot of health. And maybe priests are going to be into... Yeah, you see, this set's kind of opening the window of really building more unique decks, too. I kind of like it. I like this card a lot. I don't know if every...
I could maybe see it in, like, Paladin or something.
And you do realize this is that maybe this will help Undead Druid a bit, believe it or not. Because you know why? You put this guy down... You buff a minion with a shit ton of attack 1, and and if you have enough mana, you play that 5 mana 4/5 undead that gives that. Oh shit! Dude, I'm telling you, you go face for let's say 6 or 7, whatever or more. You kill that, your whole entire board. This is some potential for Undead Druid or some kind of aggressive Druid with that finisher. I told you that Undead Druid was almost there. Just need a little bit more because that 5/4 is such a powerful effect, right? You could literally get OTK out of nowhere. So yeah, very interesting. I'm gonna mess around with Druid for this with the aggressive Druid. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. What other class do you think could you really use this? Priests, paladins?
Like I said, maybe paladins.
Yeah.
You know, who's gonna have who is better at just having random garbage sitting around?
Yeah. I'm gonna make a rowdy Druid. I can't wait. We have to do theory crafting once we know everything, including course. Okay. Ooh, party animal, 2 mana, 2/3. It's a beast. I love the art. Battle cry. Give a +1/+1 to a minion for of each type in your. Oh, not on the board, Rev, but in your hand. That's even better, especially if. Well, it depends. You're gonna have to have a class like Druid that draws a lot, right? So you have a big, huge, wide. I like this a lot. Interesting. Mirage, would you think this?
Funnily enough, we have.
Oh, Rev, you cut out. You there?
I've actually seen play when it's strong enough. So maybe I'm not totally convinced you want to play like your random neutral totems and stuff like that. But
annoying
maybe.
Fan and Annoyatron. How's that? Interesting. Okay, 1 mana, 1/2 battle cry. Choose a minion. It can't attack while this is. Well, of course, that's a great effect. Keep aggressive for 1 turn, but the problem with this is it is a soft taunt, so that's good. So opponent's going to have to deal with it because you're going to use this on a big, huge minion, obviously.
Yeah.
Really good effect. The problem is, unless you could buff it some way, maybe give it some Divine Shield. Buff it, Divine Shield buffing is ultimate combo, but it's low cost, so that's really, really good. You could like curve it in, but on curve or something like that, it's not so great. But hey, you never know. I think it has a lot of potential. It's just not very.
So against decks that play very few minions or mostly big minions and not a lot of removal, you might be able to lock their minion down for multiple turns.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a freeze.
Yeah.
Like it's probably decent against Druid, right?
It is, yeah. We'll see.
They don't pack a whole lot of removal. They mostly kill things with their board. So
yeah. Oh, people
maybe.
Yeah, I think it has potential. We'll see. People talk about combos for Obsessive Fan in Wild. Obsessive Fan plus Red Herring. Your non-Red Herring minions have stealth. Wow, so you stealth the Red Herring, and yeah, that's pretty lethal actually. And Wild's obviously going to be exactly it, Wild, but we'll see. I mean, maybe Obsessed Fan's going to be extremely strong there. But yeah, for standard, I'm not sold on it yet. But this card, Rev. This card, Photographer Fizzle here, 3 mana, 3/3. Okay, Battle Cry. Take a snapshot of your current deck and shuffle it. So basically, what was that? It's like a leash for Druid. You remember if you had no duplicates, except for that would be your hand. This is a very good anti-fatigue. So control decks are definitely going to want this because especially in a mirror or grindy matches like the one where I faced Alias. It was a Death Knight against Control Bet thing because he used the Mech Paladin. And the only reason he was able to last in that game was, Cariel. And 2, he kept copying that one that kept putting mechs into your deck. Fucking shit, right? RNG. So he kept getting there. Otherwise, he would have lost to fatigue. But he was able to keep putting... He just copied the same freaking shit over and over again because it kept offering it to him. And he goes, I know that's annoying. Yeah, it's fucking annoying. And that's exactly what the problem I told you with Hearthstone, right? It's like that shit. It should have been a lot. So I had to sit there and wait how many countless turns because of that stupid card. So, but anyways, the point is, I think this will see play. And not every deck, but definitely some decks, right? Maybe aggressive decks, maybe not. Nah, probably not aggressive because they're
you
usually
probably want to do something very specific with this, like Dead Man's Hand kind of stuff.
Yeah, I like it. There's definitely season play, but not aggressive. I take that back. They're those games are usually over mid game. If they haven't won by turn 5 or 6, it's over. And then there's the snapshot. Nice. All right, I like it. Definitely. I like the spice of this set, dude. Okay, here we go. Freebird. Let's see what Freebirds are at. 4 mana 2/2 charge. Ooh, gain +1/+1 for each other Freebird you have played. Well, okay. So you have to have some kind of copy mechanic to make this worth it. Otherwise, yeah. So
yeah, this feels like the new like Elwyn Boar.
Yeah, well, Elwyn Boar actually saw some play for. Yeah, your deck. Yeah, I might see some play, but seems like a lot of work for low quality.
Yeah.
Kind of music references.
Also, even if you can build this deck right with like enough free birds to somehow kill your opponent.
Yeah, Hunter might be
lose a lot of
tempo.
A tempo on the first couple. On the first like
I agree.
4 of them. Like, what are you doing?
Well, this is a very strong finale card. Okay, 8 mana, 8/8, so very good. Tradable, mind you. Very strong. Tradable cards have been very strong in Hearthstone because if you get this in your opening hand after you mulligan, well, guess what? Flip it over. Only Druid might be interested in keeping it early game because it can ramp up, but I don't think Druids are going to be that rampish. We'll have to wait. So yeah, definitely strong. And then the finale is destroy an enemy. Yeah. So it's turn 8 hard removal with a huge body. Yeah, this is definitely seeing play. Guaranteed you'll see play in Druid because Druid has issues with boards, big minions. So yeah, this is good. Even on its excellent for Arena too. Very strong Arena card.
Yeah, it might be a little meta dependent depending on how swarmy.
True. That is true.
The decks are not being able to, because I mean I think this is targeted, but my point being is if you're getting swarmed,
it's not so good.
Then killing like one small or medium sized thing might not
isn't very good.
Impactful,
if it had taunt,
you might just get blown out on the following turn.
If you had taunt, that would be. If it had taunt, it'd be probably OP then.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good card. But
yeah, it is good to play it early a lot of the time.
Yep. What is Popsera? Wow, they went there. That's pretty awesome. 3 mana, 3/4. And look at the flavor. Paparazzi. Discover a legendary. Discover a celebrity, basically. Yeah. Actually, this is not bad. Excellent Arena card. I'm telling you, because Arena's all about value, right? So yeah, definitely gonna be excellent, strong for Arena. Obviously, Discover is going to be an issue. It's weaker in Wild because there's so many more legendaries. So a lot of them, some of them are kind of garbage, but on average, legendary minions are good. So yeah, that's a good card. Will it see play though, Rev? It's not bad, but the problem is it's a value card, in Hearthstone's always about tempo. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's not bad though. Definitely very strong for Wild. Wild Arena. But for Standard, we'll have to wait and see. But it is a 3 mana 3/4, so you're not losing stats or tempo playing it. It just doesn't do anything to impact the board, right? So that's the issue. But now I like it. I'll mess around with it to see how consistent it is. Here's a 2 mana 2/2 Rush. Oh, a lot of Rush this. Rolling Stone. Oh, really? Rolling Stone. How? You know where they're going with that. Rolling Stones. That's funny. Rush. I'm surprised they don't get copyright because they dropped the S, so I guess it's okay. Battle Cry. If the last card you played cost 1, gameplay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, 1 drop. And this is if elementals are a thing, or it says 1 drop, 1 cost, so it doesn't have to be elemental. So this is a lot more flexible than like at the tribe restriction. So yeah, this is actually a good second drop. So it'll be a 3/3 with Rush.
Yeah, it's pretty reasonable if there's any decent 1 mana cards to play in an elemental deck.
Well,
it doesn't necessarily
it doesn't have to be elemental. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This could go any kind of deck. Death Knight has a lot of great 1 drop. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's going to be a good card.
Yeah, it's pretty reasonable.
Yep. And let's see what people are saying. That Pop Sarasi's missed opportunity to discover a secret. Oh, that'd be funny. Love the tradable. Yeah. For tradable, Boo, It's an arena. Yeah, it's otherwise it's too bad it's an arena. It is extremely the Drake is extremely strong for arena because arena doesn't have like
Yeah.
yeah, you're not gonna have a
You usually don't do a whole lot on turn 1 in arena too. So if you have to trade this, it's not the end of the world, right?
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Is there a newer? Oh no, that's it. I thought we had that's a shit ton of cards though, and perfect timing. All right, Rev. I really this BG meta sucks. Oh, so people complain about the battlegrounds. I guess is it that bad? Scaff said it's not that good. He doesn't like it.
I've only played a couple games on the new patch so far, but I mean, buddies are anything like last time. Buddies can be kind of high rolly. That's why it's fun as like a temporary meta, not a permanent fixture.
All right, Rev, we're going to have to see if we could squeeze in some Snap later today. We got Galactus, Rev. Let's go. Now, I don't have Null, so it's not going to be the optimal version. The good thing about not having Null is, well, there's really Enchantress. I don't know what it is at the much higher ranks, but I never see Enchantress, so...
Yeah, it's not super common.
But Shang is extremely common. And
Shang is in something like 40% of decks.
Yeah, Shang's extremely common, so
there's more Shang-Chi and Arrow than there is Cosmo right now, which is kind of funny to think about.
Because it's all
also more Killmonger.
Exactly, and it's because of Sherry. That's what I'm trying to tell. I don't think Sherry needs to be nerfed, dude. I think she's fine. It's just people don't. The problem is sometimes you literally have nothing to play other than Shang. You're like, fuck. Do I just skip? Because it's kind of like Cosmos, man. Sometimes you have Cosmos as the only playable card, and blind Cosmos is not good. Because then the next, oh, fuck, here we go. If I only would have waited, right? So.
Well, that's what's kind of strong about Zabu builds right now is they can play Shang-Chi on turn 6 while also doing other things.
Yeah, Zabu's Zabu's I think is a good place.
Reasonable right now.
Yeah, it's just people
Nerf did not hit him out of
especially with Sherry, right? Sherry and Zabu's pretty much so that's good. Silver Surfer, believe it or not, is decent. I was playing my Silver Surfer. I put Zorby Man into to copy. Yeah, the Silver Surfer is still not bad. It's just no one's really playing it right now because they see nerf and they assume it's bad. Yeah, so they did a decent job. Oh, we'll have to talk about that roadmap update. So they're going to improve the token shop to give you different options. I think that's a good step. And then they're going to have
it seems pretty reasonable because it's before it was like, wow, look at these. You would get offered ultimate variants when you were looking for a
card. Yeah, you'd have to wait 8 hours. Yeah,
vice versa, right? Like if you were someone that was hunting the ultimate variants, you'd be like, well, why are they showing me this?
Yeah, and then they're also going to do every week's going to have a weekly feature where the new card will be locked there for a week for you to buy. So that's kind of nice. Yeah. But this doesn't.
The only thing is apparently we won't be able to use our credits on. Pool 3 cards anymore, or not our credits, our tokens on Pool 3 cards anymore because they want us to use them on 4 and 5 cards. But we are getting the free Pool 3 each month. So
that's not. Everyone's getting but we have.
You can't. We can't any longer. No longer can you just like. Wait until everything drops into Pool 3 and then get it.
Because we're going to get, what's his name when it comes out? What's his name? The fishy dude, Orchid, right?
Yeah. But for us, we're like Pool 3 complete except for the stuff that rotates in.
Yeah.
So it probably doesn't affect anything for us. Yeah. But for new players that just want to complete everything, they're probably going to be kind of annoyed. Yeah. But they will be getting the Series 4 and 5 cards a lot faster.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. Mm-hmm. We'll see. But anyways, I can't wait for obviously these snap improvements are it, but I don't think it's quite what everyone wants. They want meaning a better chance of reserves giving you tick or something like that because
or like a pity timer.
Exactly because
for Pool 5 cards or something.
it's awesome that we'll be able to get a better selection to like zone into, like you said, a card you want, but it doesn't. They're not doing much to make it easier to actually get them organically, right? And that's the issue.
I kind of predicted this too. If you remember, I was saying like they're going to do kind of like side upgrades to the system rather than like, because like obviously if you wanted people to be like as happy as they possibly could, you could just say like we've increased credits by 1,000,000%, or we've cut prices in half or whatever, right? If you wanted to just objectively make everyone happy, there's very obvious changes you could make like that, but instead they do kind of like side upgrades, like, oh, we've added more options to the shop and we've increased like tokens a little bit, and like for us it comes out, because we're pool 3 complete, it comes out to 7% more tokens.
Oh, okay.
Which is like, yeah, it's nice, but like it's not a meaningful
no, it's not
a meaningful upgrade for us, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is kind of like what I would predict, is they kind of like throw out a couple of bones, but they wouldn't like,
yeah, exactly, because
they wouldn't make any major changes.
Yeah. All right, Rev.
It's not hitting the bottom line.
Yeah. We'll see if we can fit Snap in later today, but we're not sure but we'll try, because that castle game.
I'll be out for drinks in a few hours.
Oh, so yeah, then we'll have to do it maybe hopefully tomorrow, but tomorrow tends to be busy. If not, Monday we're doing battle anyway, so we could talk with Caden. We're doing the draft one, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, if I'm back not too late, I might hit you up.
All right, man. In the meantime, take care.
Yep.
Late. All right, guys, we're done. We're going to be switching to Twitch for King of the Castle stream for the next couple hours. You're all welcome to join us there. But meantime, we'll be back later in the week, Monday most likely, for Marvel Snap Battle Mode Draft. So it's going to be draft decks rather than your traditional and pre-made decks. It'll be a lot of fun.